You're watching France 24. You are seeing here images of U.S. President Donald Trump standing alongside the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un there at the Metropole Hotel in Hanoi. This is, of course, the beginning of their second historic meeting between these two leaders after a previous meeting last year in Singapore. The U.S. president and the North Korean leader meeting under pressure to come up with some kind of concrete nuclear agreement there at that meeting today and tomorrow in Hanoi. Well, France 24's Charles Pellegrin is also there in Vietnam, staying on top of this second historic meeting between the two leaders. He joins us now from Hanoi. Charles, tell us a bit more about everything that's happening there at the moment.
Well, both leaders, Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, have arrived at the Metropole Hotel for their much-awaited one-on-one meeting. It's just an introductory meeting. It should last around 20 minutes, just the two of them with interpreters. And after that, they'll have a social dinner starting around 7 p.m. where they'll be Donald Trump will be accompanied by his Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, and his acting Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, as well. And Kim Jong-un should be accompanied by his aides as well, their counterparts, meaning his Foreign Affairs Minister and his Chief of Staff. So that would be Kim Yong-chol and Ri Yong-jo.
Now, Charles, so much was made about the first meeting last year in Singapore. Here we have the two men again finding each other. Donald Trump has described Kim Jong-un as his, quote, friend after deriding him as Rocket Man a few years ago. But what do you think will come out of this meeting today? Do we know more about what exactly these two men are hoping to get and who will come out on top?
Well, this evening, this Wednesday evening's meetings probably won't yield any results quite yet. It's kind of accepted that the big meetings where all the decisions will be made will be on Thursday. That's tomorrow, where there'll be sort of back and forth meetings between the two delegations trying to iron out all the issues that are dividing North Korea and the United States. But the idea here is to sort of go towards something more concrete than the statement that was reached at the end of the Singapore summit in June 2018 about the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. How could it be more concrete? Well, first of all, they could agree on a roadmap for denuclearization. What are the steps that have to be taken to reach that end goal? This will be a big part of the negotiations on Thursday. Another thing is that both sides agree on what the word denuclearization actually means, because for the two countries it means different things. North Korea would like that to mean that South Korea is no longer protected by the United States nuclear power, and the United States wouldn't think that denuclearization means that North Korea completely abandons its nuclear and missiles program. In addition to that, they'll also be talking about other issues, for instance, possibly reaching a settlement about the actual official end, a formal end to the Korean War, which actually ended in 1953 with an armistice, not a declaration of peace. That's something else that could come out of this meeting. Other issues are the fate of the remains of American soldiers who were killed in the Korean War and were never repatriated to the United States. 55 such remains have been returned since the Singapore summit. We can expect more. Apparently, there are approximately around 1,000, more than 1,000 remains of American soldiers that could yet be repatriated to the United States. Another issue that will be on the table would be the fate of the Yongbyon nuclear complex in North Korea, which is considered to be the heart of North Korea's nuclear program. And it could be that North Korea will accept to no longer produce the material necessary for a nuclear bomb in exchange for a easing of some UN sanctions, especially UN sanctions that prevent it from engaging in economic cooperation with South Korea.
Charles, thank you for that. France 24's Charles Pellegrin there reporting from Hanoi.